day to all art enthusiasts of the Schools Division of Davao de Oro. I am Teacher Marvin Joseph M. Fernandez of Compostela National High School, Compostela East District. I am your presenter for Grade 10 Visual Arts. I hope you will enjoy my set of activities I prepared for you today. Let's first have a recap of your learning in the previous module before we start our lesson. Are you ready? Good! Let's begin! Directions. Match column A to column B. Write the answer before each number. Are you done? Let's try to check your answers. For number 1, geometric random. Letter B, shape. Number 2, linear, curve linear. The correct answer is letter C, line. For number 3, symmetrical and asymmetrical. That's right! The correct answer is letter D, balance. For number 4, repetition of multiple design. That's right! The correct answer is letter A, pattern. For number 5, based on dice. Very good! The correct answer is letter J, colors. For number 6, natural or produced. Correct! The correct answer is letter I, texture. For number 7, frontal, oblique, and area. Yes! The correct answer is letter E, perspective. For number 8, 3D images. Very good! The correct answer is letter F, form. For number 9, work together. Excellent! The correct answer is letter G, unity. For the last number, different elements in an image. Correct! The correct answer is letter H, variety. Congratulations! You have a perfect score. Now, here are the objectives for our lesson today. At the end of the presentation, the viewers are able to: number 1, identify different Asian art forms. Number 2, explain practices of Asian artists and artisans. And for number 3, paint different styles adopted from arts of Asian countries. Before we proceed to our lesson, be sure that you have your pen, notes, and art materials as we go on to our topic. Be comfortable to your seat as you view on your television or cell phone. Now, are you ready? Are you excited about our lesson for today? Great! But before that, let us first have an activity. The title of our activity is Guess Where? The instructions are: Number 1. Try to guess from which countries do the following artworks originated. Number 2. You have 10 seconds to guess each artwork. Number 3. Write your answers on any sheet of paper. Are you excited to know the correct answers? Before that, answer these following questions. By looking at these artworks, what are the main traits you have observed? The main traits of these artworks includes poetic painted landscapes paintings, textiles, woodblock printing, and shadow puppets. These art forms are usually practiced by several artists and artisans in Asia. From the activity we have completed, what would you think will be the title of our lesson for today? You got that right! Our topic for today is Practices of Asian Artists and Artisans. The pictures shown are art forms which are made and produced by artists and artisans. These two may be quite synonymous, but actually they are different. Let us identify the difference between artists and artisans. The difference between artist and artisan. Artists work in fine arts, which includes painting, illustration, and sculpture. On the other hand, artisans are craftsmen who work in textiles, pottery, glass, and other areas. Now, let's proceed to our lesson. As we unfold our topic, try to check if your answers from our first activity are correct. Are you ready? Great! The first painting is Birds and Plum from China. The two characteristics of Chinese art are love and reverence for nature, a strong connection with calligraphy, done with brushes. Quite often, the two elements are combined. The second painting is wood block print from Japan. Brush painting is the preferred art for Japan. This follows from the use of brushes. For writing created a familiarity with brush technique. Japanese artists retain traditional themes and techniques. The Japanese art is valued for its simplicity and colorful style, which had an impact on other Western forms of art. The third painting is Shin Yun-bok from Korea. It respects nature and the extensive use of quiet and subdued colors is manifested in Korean paintings and ceramics. Humor is another characteristic of Korean art. Bold exaggeration, the acceptance of non-symmetrical cubic objects, and unique spatial beauty conveyed by imperfect roundness are examples of humor in Korean art. A sense of quiet harmony is other characteristic of Korean art, meaning that there is no excess, the right materials being selected in scale with the surroundings. With all these characteristics, the Korean arts have imbued with a unique aesthetic sense, which depicts beauty with honesty and simplicity that is free of artifice. The fourth painting is Vishnu, art famous Hindu painting. It is an Indian art, features spiral and curvous lines, vines and tendril round figured goddesses, circular armlets, colored gemstones, arches, and domes, hollow deities, crescent moons, and the globe of the sun. Indian sculptures and paintings depict the diversity, color, and spontaneity of this country, and are representations of the all-encompassing nature of Indian culture. The next picture is Indonesian wayang puppets. The most famous Indonesian traditional paintings are the Balinese wayang style paintings. This style of painting flourished on the Indonesian isle of Bali throughout the 13th century. Wayang paintings are depictions of wayang theater, stage interpretations of the classic Hindu-Javanese texts, such as the Ramayana and Mahabharata, performed by intricate shadow puppets. The painting is two-dimensional characters from the wayang performances, drawn on the bark or cloth with earth-toned natural dyes. The next picture is from Middle East. Islamic art is not all about restricted to religious art, but includes all the art of the rich and varied cultures of Islamic societies as well. It frequently includes secular elements and elements that are frowned upon, if not forbidden by some Islamic theologies. Figurative painting may cover religious scenes, but normally in essential secular contexts, such as the walls of palaces or illuminated books of poetry. There are repeating elements in Islamic art, such as the use of geometrical floral or vegetal designs. In a repetition known as the arabesque in Islamic art is often used to symbolize the transcendent, indivisible, and infinite nature of God. Typically, though not entirely, Islamic art has focused on the depiction of pattern and Arabic calligraphy, rather than on figures, because it is feared by many Muslims that the depiction of the human form is idolatry and thereby is a sin against God forbidden in the Quran. The last painting is the fish vendors from the Philippines. During the 19th century, the use of watercolor paintings increased in the subject matter of paintings, began to include landscapes. Filipino inhabitants, Philippine fashion, and government officials. Portrait paintings feature the painters themselves, Filipino jewelry, and native furniture. The subject of landscape paintings featured artists, names painted ornately, as well as day-to-day scenes of average Filipinos partaking in their daily tasks. These paintings were done on canvas, wood, and a variety of metals. Have you guessed the correct answers? Great! Do you now know the different practices of Asian artists and artisans? Excellent! Now go to your module activity. The title of the activity is Travel to Asia. Here are the instructions. Number 1. Identify the series of pictures. Number 2. You have 5 seconds to guess each artwork. Number 3. On your module, write the country on the space provided below each picture. Congratulations! You mastered in identifying practices of Asian artists and artisans. Now, you may proceed to your module and answer activity 2. Wrap up, valuing, and post-test. Congratulations! You have completed Module 5. I hope you learned a lot in our topic today. I am hoping to see you all again in our future lessons in visual arts. Once again, I am teacher Marvin Joseph Mascareñas Fernandez of Compostela National High School, Compostela East District. Saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!